What's going on, guys? Josh here at ACI today. We're putting wheel bearings in our illustrious elaborate A4 that we've got here. It's the donor car pretty much. The rear wheel bearings are shot, which is not a super common problem, but it's kind of common. If you have a Subaru, just exit the video. You know what the problem is. So to do these, this is all-wheel drive. It is a Quattro. It's a 19mm Allen socket for the axle bolt. You gotta pull the caliper carrier off, the caliper bracket, and the rotor off, and then there's some triple square bolts in the back to take the rotor or the wheel bearing out along with the hub. We've got new bearings and new hubs put in the rear end of this. So we're going to go through, replace those, do a little how-to on that. The front is a lot easier for the most part. We'll walk through how to put everything together, get it all set up, bolt it in, and yeah, we'll just get ready to put a wheel bearing in and play with some rust. All right, so we're down to the wheel bearing assembly. We've taken off the caliper, which is two 18mm bolts here. These are the two caliper bolts. The short ones on the bottom, long ones on the top. The T30 set screw for the rotor is out and off. I sprayed everything with some penetrating oil first. I use Kroll. It's up to you. Don't use PB Blaster because it's trash. I like Kroll better. It's a lot better. Penetrating oil. And you can see your bolts here. You've got a triple square here, here. You got two on the bottom, here and here. So we'll get those out, get the bearing out, get this 19 Allen bolt off in hopes it comes apart. Now, before you go any further, yes, I did unplug the electronic parking brake and the ABS speed sensor. I did not retract the pistons. You don't have to. It's not necessary. But if your pads are really wore out and you're going to replace them, then yes, you'll have to. We got the bolt out. It's very tight. If you can't get the bolt out, you can put the wheel back on, put it on the ground, use it that way. Or if you're replacing the hub like we are, we're going to replace the hub, so it didn't matter if we destroyed it. Take a roll head pry bar or a lady's foot and drive it up in there until it wedges in between the spindle, and drive it until it's tight, and then break it loose with that, and then drive it back out. That's when we get it loose. There's multiple different ways you can try. That one's probably going to work the best. Like I said, if you're replacing the hub, if you're not, don't do that. You will damage the hub, you will destroy the hub. But now we can get to these triple squares back here and hope they come out the first try. Got the wheel bearing ready to come out. All the bolts are out of it. You will have to take out a spacer bar in the back here to get the bolt out for the lower two bolts. I'm using a slide hammer and see how it comes out. And there's your bearing. She's out. Hub and all came out as one piece. Very tight. One piece. And as you can hear, she's not happy anymore. Yeah, we beat her to get her out, but she wouldn't have to begin with. She was talking to us, telling us bad stories. So, like I said, the old one's out. Let's go on with the new one. Take the hub, make sure it fits on the axle. Because once these are pressed together, there's no going back. Now, the bearings have a way they got to go on. You've got your shiny side, you got your non-shiny side. This is where your tone wheel is for the ABS speed sensor. You can't see it, but behind here, a bunch of small little lines. Matter of fact, in the old one, I can show it to you a little better. If you look at the old one, see these little tiny rust lines, those rust rings? Kind of hard to see. But see other little tiny lines right there? That's what the ABS speed sensor uses to pick up your wheel speed for the ABS to work. That's also how your tire pressure monitor system works. It goes off of ABS. The amperage or amplitude picked up by that tone wheel tells the car which tire is low by how much more amperage it takes to push that tire down the road. So we're gonna press these together right quick and then we'll put them on the car.